Hello guys, this is Rohit. Welcome to Salesforce Jungle, and this video we are going to show you about how to send an email or a custom email or a multiple email. You can say whatever you want. I'll tell you everything about send email today. So how we are creating this send email button and how we are sending the email with the PDF. That is very important. So because many comments as well I got that how you guys are using it send email with PDF because in the standard we can't attach the PDF, or if you want to attach you can attach the document, right? So in PDF also you can attach, but it is not as like we are creating in the send email. So how to create a send email and how we are using it. So this is what we are creating. So BF pages, this is how it looks. Okay, so this is the standard thing. So just give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. So now how we are using this. So in when we are creating the code. So earlier I have added one video name standard and custom code, right? So like code template. Okay. So PDF also I have I have posted. So now email functionality. So whatever the email we want to make for a company, whatever the style we want to make, so according to that we can create the email. So we have written the format here, we want this subject here. So in standard you get some limitation, you can't modify according to your own will. So you can't write your own text, you can't write you can write a text, but you have to every time when you are creating the code you want same format in subject as well and in the format form also. So in that case you want to create your own format. So whatever the email you are sending in a daily basis in the unlimited time you want to send, so in that case you need to write the same format. Or if there is like in some official mails like in big companies as well, so you see some mistake of email ID or phone number or something unknown mistakes are there, that is because they are copy pasting the format and putting there. So it waste a lot of time. The sales team which is sitting upper hand of the company, they don't want to waste their time, they just want to click it and send it, that's it, that's what they want. So to person who want to tag, they can tag, want to tag a multiple person, that also should be automatically. In that case you have to create your custom send email, and for mass email as well. So you can send the mass email from here. So if you want to send to the 100 people, that also you can do. So totally depends upon your requirement how you want to implement the send email. So now I'm going to show you two functionality in this video. One is how we are creating the send email template. Second, how we are posting along with the PDF. Okay, and now I'll show you the code. So I think you are well on about this format. So this is also VF page, nothing special, and subject, this is a hard coded subject because client wants just code number. This is dynamic. Some things in over here is dynamic, but some things are very standard. So sorry, not standard, not at all standard, hard coded, and but some are dynamic like code number. So who is creating Miss Dear Sony, the test class, and so all these things are. So email ID, if I want to put, I can put it here. I can write as well, I can write in the code as well. If I want to put some email ID or phone number I want to mention, I can write it here as well. Or I can hard code in the backend. Whenever you click on the email you will get the same format. Okay. Okay, so now we'll go forward. Here is the PDF, how I attach the PDF along with it. So now I will explain you the whole code, and along with that, if you want to sign any file document, you can choose the file from here. You can click over here, and this is the standard, actually standard functionality in Salesforce. And if you want to post any of the document, you can post it from here by the click of the button. Here, let's go for code what I have written in the backend so that developers can understand what is the main things that we have used in this code. Let's go to the Apex page. Okay, so in this 2cc, so these all are 2cc subjects. So if you have multiple persons whom you want to send the email, you can use the variable from where you want to fetch the email. Like I am fetching from account, contact, and opportunity as well, and from there I'm fetching the three emails and I'm putting it here. or from the user also, the user who is sending that also should be tagged. So these are all things you can do with the CC and two mails. So you have created the instance of them and list of subject and email. So let's go further. So here I took the instance of the page. After that, user email. Okay, so instead of the page, user email, and if you go further, it's a code. I have queried the code because we are writing the send email on the code. So I have queried the code, the subject body. So this is the subject body code from the company store, or you can write code from the Rohit Puri. Rohit Puri. So it will replicate here. Okay, and here the account name and the code name, whatever you want to write. So code from the IBM, code from the Google. So if you want to write, if it is not a code, or if you are writing on the sales order or on the work order, that also you can write. So contact email, so send, so in contact email, so you can write the contact details. I've created a contact because I want some stuff from the contact as well. So after you go further, so you will see the I have looped the contact email ID. So if you are have a multiple email IDs, so you have to create and add that email to whom you want to send. So this is the static thing that I told you, that if you have any format of sending send mail. So I have written, I have take some string variable, I have added all the hard-coded values, and along with the dynamic values like po.account name. So these are all the dynamic values I have added in the text, and I have assigned to the variable, that variable I want to insert in the email, so that it will be shown to the send user, end user. After that, file attachment. So a message or email file attachment is a standard method that we are using for sending the attachment in any email. So this is the way, whatever the attachment I'll attach here, that will be sent by this list of files. If you want multiples, you can make the multiple buttons. So it's quite simple. Okay, so message or email, so whatever the attachment, I have already discussed about it, and this is for the single email. So if you want to send a single email to the single person, so you can write the email ID. If you want to mention your email ID, you can write it here, like I'll mention PURARO00@yahoo.com. And after that, if I want to write another email ID, I will write it here with a comma, PURARO0001 of gmail.com. So I will get email from this. Two, if you want to write anyone's name, you can write it here. Anyone's email ID, you can write it here. After that, we are looping it. So again, come, and so this is the subject. So you have to define the subject and add all the variables inside the send email, so that everything what we have designed here, whatever the subject, whatever the to whom we want to send, to which contact we want to send, this is the text that we want to send. So we have to take all the variable and we have to loop it, we have to send it in the particular list, so that it will go to the end users. Okay, so I have written some condition because I have two email, one single email but two PDFs. So I have written some conditions over here, so that I think no need to make you understand. So it's quite typical. So this is the basic structure that we are using. So if you go to the VF page, it's very simple, and we have written a page block section here, in which we have written the attach file. And here it's very simple. The table we have used page block. We have used page block section to CC. After that, text, and we have. So this is the main part. iframe apex iframe is nothing. It is used to tag the PDF along with the send email. So you need to get the URL of that particular PDF, and you have to from where you are sending. So PO means code. So this is a variable for code. So from code we are sending code.id. That particular ID, it fetch the ID from that particular page and send it to send this URL, attach this URL to the send email, and that variable will send in the list. That's it. The whole PDF will send to the particular person. Okay, so I think you got the whole point how the send email works. The basic structure I can tell, practice is must. If you don't practice, it will not work. You can take example from Google itself. Like if you want the code example, I'll post my code along with the video. But if you want to practice in the real, you have to do 2 3 email template, then only you will get to understand it how that code was working. Okay, so it's not that simple. Send email, I'll say, because for beginners it's quite difficult to understand, but for the person who are already working in the Salesforce and they were very well familiar with the Apex class, so for them it's very good. So whatever the PDF you have created, it will be attached simultaneously with the iframe tag. That's it. Okay, for the further videos we'll send you some typical scenarios, and we are starting with CPQ as well from next videos. So, and because like CPQ, what is CPQ? First we'll do the introduction of CPQ, how it works, and what is the main purpose of CPQ in the Salesforce. And that is because a CPQ, after all, it's a new thing which we don't need to actually we don't need to create any like we are creating custom things, so we don't need to do any as such things. So already Salesforce has done some custom add product page, quotation templates, whatever they the customer want, they already did it. So automatic things, so what are how we are creating products, how we are creating bundles, so these all things are there in the CPQ. And so these very special and very new things, so very excited for it. So in upcoming videos, you will be able to see that. Thank you for watching my videos. So keep watching, subscribe, do subscribe our channel.